Well, good evening, everyone. I am so excited about tonight's call. We have got a brand new product that we have just come out with. Some of us are starting to get the products in the mail. It's kind of a reformulated one from one we launched about a month ago, and this one's more targeted, and you're going to see what it's more targeted for tonight. And so, have you ever asked yourself the question, I'm doing everything I can to lose weight, but nothing is working. So what's up with that? So should we get into that tonight? Is that a question you would like to
You're
have?
muted, it looked like.
I'm muted.
No, you're good.
Oh, I'm good. Okay. All right, thank you. So if you've ever asked that question, let me know in the comments. Like, have you tried other things to get yourself healthy and lose weight and just feel better about yourself and you just constantly feel like there's a struggle? Well, we have an answer for you, I believe, and I'm so excited to share this information. First, I want to talk about the Green Organics team. Paula Scarcella, our owner, and Ben Scarcella, who is the vice president. And they truly are a dynamic team of just amazing people that just want to make an impact in people's lives. And I'm telling you what, this product is going to be such an impact for people beyond the weight loss. We're talking inflammation, we're talking insulin levels, we're talking metabolic and everything. And this is such an amazing product. Everybody's going to need it. But what makes this company different than the others? We are purpose driven, obviously, by my excitement. And I know everybody else that is sharing these products is just as excited. We put people and their health above everything. And if you don't know the backstory with the company, with how it founded, it was Ben's health that brought Alexandria out of retirement. And we'll talk about her in just a second. We are earth friendly, committed to sustainability every step of the way. We are farm direct sourcing, sourcing organic, non-GMO ingredients straight from farmers, no middleman ever, which saves us tons of money that we get to pass that savings on to our customers. And we proudly back every product with a 60-day buy and try guarantee. We've got over 200 products and over 8 years of consistent growth. HBN is built on authenticity, transparency, and fairness, creating a place where everyone can strive. So it's time to step into your full potential, people. We challenge you to enhance your life and positively impact those around you starting today, just by sharing maybe just your results if you just want to try the products. Alexandria Brighton is a legend all in her own. This woman has been in the aromatherapy, herbal medicine, Ayurvedic medicine. She's a French medicinal aromatherapist as well. She's been doing this for over 30 years. And I'm just so excited that she is our formulator because she's got a passion for sourcing those pure ingredients. And with her reputation, she also gets to have that first harvest rights from around the world. So we're very fortunate to have such a legend in the aromatherapy arena here formulating for us. So before we get any farther, I do have to put this disclaimer out there because we're going to be talking about some health issues. And we just want to be perfectly clear that the statements in this presentation have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. The products and information discussed are not intended to diagnose, cure, treat, or prevent any disease or illness. We're here for education from resources throughout the internet, scientific publications, and things like that that have shown the promising effects of the ingredients of the product that we're going to talk about tonight. It's encouraged that you consult with a qualified healthcare professional before making any changes to your diet, supplement use, prescription drug use, lifestyle, or even exercise activities. Reliance on any information provided in this presentation is solely at your own risk. Always conduct thorough research and consult with your healthcare provider before starting a new health regimen. So, my name is Tina, and I'm a wife, a mom, and a homesteader who's passionate about helping people. It is I believe, my life purpose. to help people, make them feel better emotionally, spiritually, and physically. And I'm so glad to have these products to help me spread that. And I love sharing simple ways to support your health naturally because I know firsthand how powerful that journey can be. So most of us have been there, right? We have tried traditional weight loss. The weight loss advice fails, counting calories, extreme dieting, eat less, move more, drink more water. It's too simplistic, but it doesn't fix the root of the issue. It's not just about weight, it's a metabolic chaos. Obesity is no longer just about body size. It is tied to a cascade of metabolic disorders, insulin resistance. As I'm naming off of these things here, tell me if you've experienced some of them in your own health journey. Type 2 diabetes, non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, polycystic ovarian syndrome, high cholesterol, high blood pressure, chronic inflammation, belly fat linked to hormonal imbalances. And I've got that one on there twice. But traditional diets completely ignore the gut liver, you know how I am with that liver connection and how much your stress and sleep affect your metabolism. And that's why it leaves people frustrated and stuck in that high weight, high stress, lack of sleep environment in their body. And here's something most people don't realize. Belly fat itself is metabolically active. It actually releases inflammatory compounds that make insulin resistance worse. So the more belly fat that we carry, the harder it is to reverse that insulin resistance, and it just creates this vicious cycle. So that was kind of surprising to me to find that out. And I just posted in the leader in a chat with Paula and some of the other leaders about a comment I saw. A woman in my feed was saying that she just took her Ozempic shot today and she was feeling absolutely horrible. And all these people were giving advice on how to correct that or how to support her body with this adverse reaction. Her body's basically rejecting it. But she said it's worth it because the pounds are falling off. Well, what if there's a safer way to do that? These pharmaceutical quick fixes are basically poison for our bodies. They force your metabolism to behave unnaturally. They shut down hunger signals, which is your body's warning signal. They disrupt hormones like insulin, thyroid, and cortisol. There's muscle loss instead of fat loss. Digestive system damage, suicidal thoughts have come from this as well. But even natural ingredients aren't always safe either. There are some really bad detoxes out there that force your body to have extreme bowel movements instead of supporting a healthy digestion. There's extreme detox cheese that can disrupt the electrolyte balance, stress your liver. And then they're pushing this rapid weight loss how long did it take you to gain that weight, right? So it's not going to be a quick fix. This is going to be something that you are going to experience over a period of time. And our detoxes and teas don't do any of that because they're all natural plant-based ingredients. And we formulate them with such high integrity that we help support the body to heal itself. So the real question is, why would you force your body to do something it isn't prepared for? And what if you could work with your body, gently supporting its natural rhythms instead of fighting against it and forcing it into a state of fight or flight? So the metabolic control panel is your blood sugar and glucose, what it is and why does it matter? Even if you've never told you have blood sugar issues, this applies to you. So most people are riding the glucose roller coaster without even realizing it. And every time we eat, especially carbs and sugar, so watch those, obviously, our body breaks down the food into glucose, and that glucose enters the bloodstream, causing blood sugar to rise. In response, the pancreas releases the insulin. And that's a hormone that helps move the glucose from the blood and into the cells where it's used for energy or stored for later. And if we eat too much sugar or too often, that constant glucose spike can overwhelm this process, leading to insulin resistance, weight gain, and inflammation within the body. And when someone becomes insulin resistant, their cells stop responding properly to that insulin. Now, my grandmother was diabetic for, I think, 60 some years. And so I knew some of this just by having conversations with her. And my grandma she loved to sneak those treats in. And she'd sneak those treats in, but she would calculate that and give herself enough insulin to cover those treats, whether, I'll just have a bite and then I'll count for it later. So when someone becomes insulin resistant, their cells stop responding. I just said that. And that leads to stubborn weight, especially around the belly, constant cravings because cells aren't getting the fuel they need. So the brain signals hunger, and then fatigue because the energy can't get into the cells efficiently, leaving you feeling drained even after eating. And there's that vicious cycle. Like you want to eat, you're hungry, you're tired. And it can make weight release and energy balance feel nearly impossible. So here are some signs that your blood sugar is out of balance. You have cravings, especially carbs or sugar. You have afternoon energy crashes, stubborn belly fat, brain fog after meals. Who wants to take a nap after you eat? I get that sometimes. I never realized it until I started digging deep into this. I'm like, oh, that's me. Waking up hungry at night, hormone chaos, PMS, menopause symptoms, cortisol spikes, skin tags. That's a little known sign of insulin resistance. And then feeling exhausted after meals. And does that sound familiar? This is your body begging for glucose balance. And the more you tune into your body, the more you are going to understand the process and the things that it's craving. And yes, Marcus, absolutely. Insulin resistance leads to prediabetes. So when we eat, especially carbs and sugar, our blood glucose rises. And what happens next is where the weight connection begins. So the constant cycle blocking the fat burning, and there's a source, you can take a screenshot and look these up, Google those science articles. But when insulin is constantly elevated, your body stays locked in fat storage mode. Even if you cut calories, your body struggles to release the stored fat because insulin won't allow it. And this is why traditional diets that ignore the blood sugar often fail. Then you have the stored fat, which equals stored toxins, which equals more inflammation, which equals more insulin resistance. And I've talked about that before. Your belly fat stores those toxins in the fat cells, which is why detoxing is so important as well. And it isn't just stored calories. Like I said, it's the stored toxins. And then that inflammation gets locked in the body, and then it starts attacking, your body starts attacking the inflammation because it's a foreign substance. And then you've got that whole issue coming up. And then a glucose spike equals insulin flood and then fat storage mode. And so when the glucose spikes, the body releases a surge of insulin to quickly move that sugar out of the blood and into the cells. And insulin's main job is storage, not just glucose, but fat too. So high insulin tells your body, store the fat, don't burn it. And over time, that repeated spikes from like processed carbs and sugary snacks leads to that insulin resistance, meaning the body needs more insulin to do the same job. You can't keep up, another vicious cycle. And then you have that crash, which equals cravings plus tired and stress response. And then once that insulin clears the sugar from your bloodstream, the glucose can crash too low, leaving you tired, foggy, and craving fast fuel. Hello, sugar. Give me that sugar. So this is why detox supports. This is why detox support matters. It's not just about weight loss. It's about getting your metabolic fire burning again. And reminder, insulin's job isn't just to move it into the cells. It's also a storage hormone. That means insulin's message to your body is store this fuel. So stress and poor sleep make it worse. And I know I've been under a lot of stress these past few months. About a week and a half ago, I finally started feeling like I had control over my life again, which was such a relief. And when you're stressed, your body releases cortisol to help you fight or flee. And one of the cortisol's job is to flood your bloodstream with the glucose to give you quick energy to escape that danger, even if the danger is just a tough day at work or a bad dream. The more stressed you are, the more blood sugar swings and the more insulin your body pumps out to clean up that glucose flood. And chronic stress equals constant glucose and insulin spikes. Then you have the poor sleep increase that increases the insulin resistance also. And you guys, even one bad night of sleep reduces insulin sensitivity by as much as 30% the next day. And most of us are sleep deprived more often than not. And then you have the emotional eating. I know I've seen, you see those movie stars and stuff, the sad breakup uh, parts of movies where the girls are sitting on the couch eating that tub of ice cream, or maybe, you subconsciously, robotically, when I was drinking, I didn't really like crave it. I didn't like think about it. I just robotically grabbed the alcohol. And so that's part of that I was experiencing was I was emotionally drinking. And I know probably some of you can have that emotional eating as well. And so stress and lack of sleep make your brain crave fast, feel good fuel. And it's usually sugar or carbs, which, I mean, for me, alcohol was sugar and carbs. And that's because the blood sugar dips and emotional triggers both activate the reward center in your brain, driving you to reach for that. So the solution is balancing your blood sugar to help reduce those cravings and stabilize energy and focus on stress relief and sleep hygiene. I love that term, sleep hygiene, as part of your weight release strategy. And this is where lifestyle meets biology. So if you're stressed or sleep deprived, your body is literally wired to crave carbs. So the missing piece is that blood sugar balance. And many people focus only on calories or exercise when it comes to weight release, but the real missing piece is that blood sugar. And every time you eat, your blood sugar, the glucose rises, and the way your body handles that rise impacts everything from fat burning to energy to mood to hormones to cravings to to inflammation. And what is inflammation? The inflammation is the root of most diseases. And so it's all linked together, and our bodies are so wonderfully and beautifully made. Everything is tied together. So you've got to find that homeostasis, that beautiful balance within your body. And blood sugar is kind of the starting point, really, it sounds like, doesn't it? And so balanced blood sugar equals easier fat burning. Who would like to burn fat easier? I know I would. And so when the blood sugar spikes are too high, the body releases that flood of insulin. You've got another source right there. And then steady glucose equals steady energy and mood. Who would like to feel more balanced with their mood? Raise your hand. Let me know in the comments. I know I have my days where I can drink, I won't drink it, I promise, but a whole bottle of Stop Self-Sabotage essential oil because I just beat myself up. And that depression, that anxiety comes up, and I start beating myself up. And so those are all also a part of that glucose rise and fall. And then helps improve hormone and digestion with stable glucose. That's a pretty cool thing. Who has hormone issues? And if you think about it, how are your eating habits when it comes to times when your hormones are really getting out of whack? So blood sugar spikes contribute to that insulin resistance, which throws off hormones like your cortisol. We just talked about that. The hunger and the leptin, which is your fullness, and high glucose also promotes the inflammation. So balance of blood sugar supports hormone harmony and a healthy gut. We talk about gut health quite a bit on the Detox Divas. And then the cravings are going to disappear when your blood sugar is stable. And I know we have a couple other products too that are great for cravings. I know Slimmer Max is great for that. Mind is very calming as well. Nova Coffee is great because, I mean, a lot of them have the ashwagandha in it, which is also very calming. But balanced blood sugar isn't just about weight. It supports clear thinking, calmer moods, better hormone balance, and even better skin. Now, I've been taking the original formula of Tulsi tea, the holy basil, for about 3 weeks now, and just this week started the Tulsi trim. But even with just the holy basil, I don't know if you guys saw my photo the other day, but my jeans, like Kimberly's Nike pants, are literally ready to fall off. The pound just melting. They're just melting. So it's fantastic. So you cannot out diet. Write this down, you guys. You cannot out diet an unstable blood sugar, but you can support your body to balance it naturally. So most people think weight loss is only about calories in, calories out, the exercise, the movement, the drink more water, all of that, which it is important. You do need the movement. You do need to eat better, make better choices in your food. You do need to drink that water, especially if you're detoxing. But every time you eat, your blood sugar rises and the unstable blood sugars trigger the cravings, the energy crashes, the mood swings, the hormone imbalances. The good news is you can naturally support your healthy body by combining whole foods that keep glucose steady, adaptogens and herbs that lower stress driven spikes. Who knows a good company that's got some good herbs and stuff for lowering stress with adaptogens and herbs? Minerals that support insulin sensitivity, lifestyle shifts like better sleep and stress relief. Sounds pretty promising, doesn't it? So balanced mood, balanced blood sugar, fewer cravings, more fat burning, steady energy, better moods without that extreme dieting or dangerous prescriptions. So I want to introduce you to our new best friend, which is called Tulsi Trim. And it is an extremely powerful herbal tea designed to support the blood sugar balance, reduce cravings naturally, support stress response and sleep, enhance digestion, help you detox, supports liver function and fat metabolism. It's not a weight loss tea. This is a metabolic reset in a cup. And so this is going to be your new best friend if you struggle with any of the symptoms, whether you need to lose weight or not lose weight. But if you have any of those symptoms that are riding that insulin roller coaster, this tea is going to be a game changer for you. And each ingredient plays a role in either balancing the blood sugar, supporting the detox, calming the inflammation, or improving the digestion. It's truly a complete package in one bag. So what makes Tulsi Trim different and much safer? You don't need to fight your body to lose weight. It's going to happen naturally once you start drinking this tea and feeling the effects of the insulin regulation. The metabolic process is working properly. When you balance your blood sugar, calm your stress, and give your gut and liver the love they need, your body finally feels safe enough to release the weight. Think about that. Think about that sentence. Your body does not feel safe enough to release that weight, but now I can. And that's exactly what Tulsi Trim was created to help you with. So right now, the weight loss industry is absolutely exploding with prescription drugs and quick fixes that promise fast results, but at what cost? We talked about that just briefly in the beginning, but many of these medications were originally created to treat diabetes, not weight loss, meaning they manipulate your insulin and glucose artificially and in ways that leave people feeling sick, like that person I just saw in my newsfeed. Side effects include nausea, vomiting, extreme fatigue, muscle loss, and long-term digestive damage. And here's the scary part. Dan's on the call. Dan shared this with me. Or not this part, but there's another part I want to bring up. But some of these drugs literally shut down your appetite, which means people are drastically undernourished and losing muscle instead of fat. So what happens when they stop? In most cases, the weight comes rushing back on. How many people have you known that have lost a lot of weight and then it just comes right back on because they got off the drug, they got off their plan, they stopped starving themselves. And Tulsi Trim is the complete opposite of this. It doesn't force your body into starvation or override your natural hunger cues. Instead, it helps balance your blood sugar naturally so you crave less and burn fat more efficiently. It supports digestion so your body can absorb nutrients better, not less. It calms stress and improves sleep so your hormones work in your favor, not against you. It supports liver detox. Who's doing the liver detox with me this weekend? I'm so excited for that. So your body can clear out toxins and fat safely. And it soothes gut inflammation so digestion and metabolism can improve together. This is a whole body metabolic reset designed to work with you. I'm so excited that we get to share this with our loved ones. So one of the ingredients, we've talked about this before on the call, is holy basil. And holy basil works at the root, calming the stress, balancing the glucose, and reducing the inflammation, all essential for sustainable weight release. And holy basil, it's been treasured for over 3,000 years, and modern scientists are now confirming what ancient wisdom has long known. The adaptogenic herb does far more than just calm the mind. It supports the whole body wellness, including stress response, immunity, inflammation, respiratory health, and blood sugar balance. Holy basil doesn't just reduce glucose spikes, it actively improves insulin sensitivity, which means your cells get better at using the glucose for energy instead of storing the fat. So it reduces cortisol. Cortisol is a hot buzzword right now. We hear that in a lot of the weight loss circles or weight release circles, and people trying to get healthy and they're fighting that cortisol level. It improves the insulin sensitivity. It calms the inflammation linked to weight struggles. It balances the blood sugar to reduce the cravings, supports immunity and respiratory health, which is a bonus benefit. Like, we're going to be the healthiest people on earth taking this. Then we have blessed thistle in there. That's an amazing herb in itself. You heard that a lot in the super holistic circles. But that's a traditional herb known for supporting digestion, liver health, and detoxing, all key players in metabolism and blood sugar balance. Your liver helps regulate that stored glucose. And a sluggish liver equals sluggish glucose control. It supports digestion and reduces bloating. How many of you feel so bloated after you eat sometimes? I know I have in the past. Promotes healthy liver and gallbladder function, calms gut inflammation, and may support a balanced diet. And it supports women's health and lactation. If you know somebody that's breastfeeding, blessed thistle is actually an herb that I took when I was breastfeeding my kids because my milk was not coming in as quickly or as much as it was supposed to. I was working outside the home, and that this blessed thistle was a blessing to my babies. But blessed thistle helps clear the path for your body to work better. And so grateful. Again, Alexandria, Paula just are so amazing with the way they work together and put these formulations together. There is papaya in there. Better digestion, better nutrient absorption, better glucose handling after meals. This tropical superfood fruit that does far more than taste good. It supports indigestion, nutrient absorption, and inflammation control, all which impact your metabolism and weight. So it's going to help reduce the inflammation, again, boosting that immunity. Our immune system is going to be so healthy. It enhances skin health and may help with glucose metabolism. And just a side note on the papaya, it's excellent for a parasite cleanse, especially the seeds on the inside. You don't want to chew them. You want to swallow them whole. And they're very peppery when you do chew them. Then it has licorice root in it. Licorice root, I love licorice root. It supports respiratory health and soothes sore throats, aids in digestion, reduces inflammation, supports adrenal health. Sometimes our adrenals can be out of whack too. And this is a stress connection. So when our adrenals are out of whack, then licorice can help support the adrenal glands, which produce the cortisol, the hormone directly linked to the stress and the cravings and the glucose spikes. And healthier adrenals equals steadier blood sugar. And then it just enhances overall wellness. And again, the licorice root helps at the root, calming that inflammation. It also supports the adrenals, like we just mentioned. And there's chamomile. We've talked a lot about stress. We've lived in a very stressed out world, don't we? And so chamomile, typically chamomile tea you take before bed. I'm not feeling any energy difference or any energy drain after drinking this. So don't think that you only have to drink this at night. It's not affecting me personally like that. So you'll just have to listen to your body because your body's speaking to you. And so the chamomile is more than just calming tea. It helps support digestion, stress relief, and sleep, all essential for that balanced blood sugar. and it soothes inflammation in the gut. And the better you sleep, the more sensitive your cells become to insulin, meaning you process glucose better all day long. Let me grab a drink of water. Actually, tea. So we have a couple packages available. One is the Slim and Trim trilogy, and that's going to come with the Tulsi Trim, the Slimmer Max, but that's also going to come with a free Vitality, and the free product of the month this month is Purge. And so that will be in there too. And that's $115 for all 4 products, which I think is such an amazing deal. There's also a mini package that's available for $29.95. That's about a 7-day trial size package for that. But if you don't want to go all in with the whole package that's really going to boost your health and make you just a superhero when it comes to burning fat, then there are where you can buy the Tulsi Trim just individually in 60 servings or a 15 serving pack. So pretty excited about the different options we have with that. But let's talk just real quickly about Purge Tonic, because we're going to be using this in the parasite cleanse we're doing next week after a liver detox. And another caution, never do a parasite cleanse without a liver detox and making sure that your detox pathways are open. So millions of people across the US are unknowingly living with parasitic infections. Well, and they're often associated with with third world countries. But in all honesty, I don't know if you guys saw it, but I washed my fresh organic blueberries about 2 weeks ago in in vinegar. And when I went to drain them, there was a parasite crawling out of one of the blueberries. And that's here in the United States. So they really are everywhere. And the Purge Tonic comes free when you place an order for that pack, that big pack that I just talked about. And each month, Heart and Body Naturals thanks you for your business by giving you a free gift of a free product. And this month, it is Purge. Now, on the other side of that, of our company, is a company called Go to Sauna. Go to Sauna is primarily essential oils and personal care. And this month's oil is called Prosperity. And each of the oil of the month is designed to help boost your confidence, help you grow into the person you're supposed to be, and release those limiting beliefs. And this month, it's all about embracing the energy and frequency of abundance. And the intention that comes with this oil on the product information page, I believe I will be prosperous in all areas of my life, and I will not listen to any negativity regarding my ability to do so. I'm in command of my destiny, and no one can prevent my success except for myself. Now, if you say that every day while applying that prosperity oil, you're going to feel such a beautiful shift in your body that you can just conquer anything. And even just smelling that oil is going to complement the Tulsi tea, because you're already going to be relaxed. You're not going to be stressed and blocking that abundance. It's there for you and coming for you. So do the oil with the tea would be a great combo. It comes in, you can buy it by yourself. It's got different packages, but these are some of my favorite packages that this oil comes in. One is the oil of the month. It's kind of like this, like the bark box, where you get a box of toys for your dog every month. Well, this is a box of tools for you to help you grow into the person that you're destined to be. And it comes with sweet marriage and prosperity, be determined, which is an amazing oil itself. And then dragon fire, if you've not tried that oil, that's fantastic. And then the other kit is the So Fresh, So Clean. It's going to come with the organic deodorant. Love that rose and vetiver, the lavender comfrey soap, and the toothpaste, along with the sweet marjoram and osteo. Osteo is an excellent oil for the osteo parts of your body. That's kind of great for bone health and stuff like that. So that is wonderful. So for those of you, let me hear in the comments, who's doing the liver cleanse with me starting this weekend? Super excited. So here are some signs that you need a liver cleanse or a parasite cleanse. Feel free to take a screenshot of that and share that with your network if you'd like. But there's an entire protocol for each of these two cleanses that whoever invited you to the call or shared this video with you can get for you. And if you're not set up or don't have the products to do either of these cleanses with us this weekend and then into the next 10 days, you can do them independently. We just like really doing things as a group because we're just such an amazing tribe. I don't think there's another company out there that has got such an amazing, loving, supportive tribe like we do. And so we do these as a tribe just for better success, accountability, education, and just so we don't feel like we're alone because the world's so big anymore. And our little communities, our wellness community just makes it just small and beautiful. So if you're an ambassador with a passion to educate, you want to be a featured speaker with me on the Detox Divas, just shoot me a message and let me know. Not tonight because I won't get to it and then it might get lost in my messages. But send it to me tomorrow or the next day, whatever. And then following this, Coach Marcus is going to be speaking. Oh, and Marcus, I do have a little bit of extra time too. And he is going to be speaking directly after this. So for those of you that are watching this on replay, just ask whoever it shared this with you for the replay of Marcus's call. But if you've ever said to yourself, man, I wish I could just earn a couple, 100, maybe 1,000 a month, 5,000 a month, whatever your level of commitment, then Marcus is going to talk about the opportunity that we have in sharing these products with others. And so that's going to be directly after this call, well, in about a half an hour. And he is going to talk about the business opportunity. That's at One Team, One Dream, Hangout.com. And the passcode is Go One Team. So before I do the thank you slide, I just want to do actually, I'll just bring this off here. And Coach Marcus, did you have anything that you would like to add to what I've said this evening?
Yeah, hold on. I'm just walking into my office. I happened to do a video today talking about insulin resistance and how it is reversible. And so this happened to coincide with all the information you covered here. And so just like to remind people that the products are amazing. The Tulsi Trim Tea is awesome. Holy Basil Tea is great. And so I haven't had a chance to use the Tulsi Trim Tea yet, but when you combine, these products in this tea and with the appropriate lifestyle changes, you eat clean most of the time, exercise, about a half hour a day, you guys are going to see how your body is going to feel. And then for those of you who have been struggling with releasing weight, you're going to see that number on the scale move, right? And then you'll look in the mirror and start seeing like that six pack forming for the men, and ladies, you're going to see, those thighs shrink. That's a problem area with some women, but you're going to do it the healthy way without, using those negative drugs that have all those side effects. That one lady you mentioned, Ozempic, that reduces muscle, and people don't realize you need muscle mass to keep your metabolism going, right? So when you lose weight and lose muscle, that slows your metabolism down. And once you lose the weight, you try to come off that drug, the weight's going to come right back.
Yeah.
Going to come right back. And so I like the fact that we are a wellness company and we only promote wellness products and we do wellness things.
Absolutely. And I was having a conversation with Dan. Dan is on the call, and you guys will get to meet Dan in Nashville. I'm so excited for that. He's such an amazing man. But he was telling me about a conversation he was having with one of his connections. And her husband is a doctor, and he is starting a research study on the link between the diet supplementations that are so hot right now, like Ozempic. I don't know if I'm sure it's a specific one, and a huge link with thyroid cancer, an increase in thyroid cancer with people that are taking these drugs. So I'm looking forward to seeing the results of that case study that this doctor's getting ready to put together. So pretty dangerous stuff that people will do out of desperation. And we are so lucky that we have the we have the information, we've got the trainings, we've got the products. They're going to make that such an easier transition for people to have better health overall. And I was just told by Mary on the call, she sent me a message. She said, you need to do another side by side face comparison because I think you've lost another 10
Yeah.
years.
Yeah, you're looking great. Yeah, yes, it's been great. And thank you for inviting me to be a guest tonight too. But you can definitely tell, you can see a difference. And for me, I'm not one to comment on women's, weight loss. Some women can be kind of sensitive about it. So if they comment, then yes, I will agree. Like, yep, you're right. But you definitely can tell, that the products work. And so I know there is another product in the works. That's specifically created for blood sugar balance. So we aren't at liberty to share that yet, but stay tuned for that. It's going to pair very well with with the Tulsi trim.
Yep, absolutely. So, for those of you that are sharing these products, do some research on insulin, do some research on the growth of people that are suffering with that or experiencing that, and just really put together an arsenal of information for you to share. It's if you're a geek like me, you don't have to know everything. All you have to do is know where to point people to share the information with them. But if you're a research geek like me, then that kind of stuff just really excites you. Like 4:30 in the morning, I'm like on PubMed.
And it's also great. Let me give a quick plug to our profession. We are a network marketing company, and people do network marketing every single day. We've done it since we were kids, just didn't get paid. And so now we have opportunity to use products we love, like Tulsi Trim Tea and our other products, and we share them with people we care about, and we get paid for that. So that's what I like about what we do.
Yep. And what's the quote by I just shared it the other day. If you help enough people get what they want, then you'll end up getting what you want. That's not exactly it, but
You see the Jim Rohn and Zig Ziglar,
it
one of
was
those
Zig
guys.
Ziglar. It was Zig
Ziglar,
Ziglar.
yeah.
Yeah, it was Zig. All right, you guys. Well, that is the end of our call tonight. And if you want to know more about the opportunity and how to share these products or just what it's all about, hop on the next call with Coach Marcus in what is it, about 20 minutes, and head to that one team, one dream hangout.com. And then passcode is go one team. And we've got the training to help you get started and the coaches that care about your success. So with that, adios, my friends. Have a great evening. And thank you for always showing up and making these calls so successful. So I appreciate you. Bye-bye.